welcome to my channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. So if you're a first year freshman student or a transfer student or just anyone at Temple, this video is gonna be helpful for you. Because of everything that's going on with coronavirus and like the pandemic right now, college might be different. So this video really relates to me and how my freshman year went. So it might not pertain so much to what's gonna happen this year, but it might be next year, spring semester. So first off, I just want to say that Temple University is a very safe school. The specific area that it's in, it's safe. They have police patrols. They have people on their bikes guarding everything. You'll see when you get there, but yeah, it's not bad. I know it gets that rep that it's dangerous because of the area it's in. It's not that bad. It's really not. I've walked out at night by myself and I've been fine. But if you choose to go off campus, like off campus, that's on you. Like, don't expect just because the campus is safe that you're gonna be safe if you walk like a whole hour off of where Temple is. So there's so many food options. We have a Chick-fil-A on campus, we have a Cossie, we have, what is it called, BurgerFi, we have Salad Works, and this sandwich place called Which. We have Starbucks, we have like 2 Starbucks, and then we have like all these other restaurants throughout campus. When you buy your meal plan, you'll be given like, I think each meal plan comes with $150. Yeah, I think so. But yeah, you get $150 worth of Diamond Dollars. And Diamond Dollars is practically credit and money that you can use at certain locations like Starbucks and Chick-fil-A, stuff like that. So you don't have to use your own money. You just use the credit that you already have on your account. When it comes to dining halls, I think Morgan's the best. Only because I lived at 1300 and Morgan was right there. I was not walking all the way across campus just to go to J&H. I feel like J&H has more options when it comes to food, but Morgan's good too. They have healthy options if you want to eat salad. You don't want to eat like burgers all the time. But when comparing them side to side, I think both of them are fine. I don't really have any complaints about any. When it comes to dorming, they have the traditional dorms, the suite dorms, and then the apartment style dorms. I lived in a suite dorm my first year, and I loved it. I lived in 1300, and if you're on the first floor in 1300, the ceilings are very high. I don't know why, but if you're on the first floor, you will get a high ceiling. No one else does, so take advantage of that. Out of all the dorms, my personal favorite is 1300 because that's where I live. But besides that, I feel like it was the best price for like a suite style dorm that's in a good location for everything else compared to campus. I like Morgan, but Morgan was a little too expensive for some of us and it was not worth it. It could be for you. If you don't mind throwing a few more bucks just to get Morgan, go ahead, but I got 1300 and I was perfectly fine with that. When it comes to finding your roommate, you can find one through the Facebook group chat that they have for Temple. I just did random. I just got placed with someone. It was perfectly fine. It's okay to switch your roommate. I know some people didn't really vibe with their roommate that much, but don't feel obligated to stay in the same place. It's okay. You're paying for that room, so you might as well be happy. And if you're not feeling good in that place, it's okay to switch. For the first week, please leave your dorm room open. Please be social, because if someone sees an open door, they'll be nice. They'll just say hi or whatever. I know for my first week, me and my friend, we went up to like different floors. We just said hi to people. We made friends. It's really easy because everyone's new. They all want to make friends, so don't be scared to just say hi. It can't hurt you. Making friends on campus is easy, especially during the first week, because everyone doesn't know each other. So there were all these welcome week events where everyone just met up and just said hi, and like they all made friends. It's different for everyone, but I know the first week I mostly met a lot of my friends. And then the other way I met people was through joining clubs. I met some of my really close friends through my dance team. And you can also meet people in your classes. Like, don't think, oh, I'm going to class, I'm not going to meet anyone because I'm going to be focusing the entire time. I met one of my best friends because we sat next to each other and we just started talking about the class, and then it just went on from there. So don't be afraid to talk to someone in any of your classes. When you're at Temple, please get involved. Please join a club, a fraternity, sorority, an organization, whatever it be. Please just be involved, because if you think about it, especially if you're dorming, you don't want to be in your room all day. You want to actually get involved in something, and who knows, it doesn't always have to be like recreational. That club you join could be helpful for your major or getting yourself a job, anything like that. But when you join clubs, I know for myself personally, I love joining every single club, but make sure that doesn't affect your schoolwork and how you like view yourself in the day. First semester, I stocked myself up. I was in 2 dance clubs, and that took up a lot of time because we met several days in the week. And yeah, I was always tired every day. Make sure you don't join so many clubs to the point where you're always tired every day, where you can't manage your schoolwork. Make sure, because schoolwork always comes first, and then clubs come in second. So make sure you always have your schoolwork on top of everything. Temple is a PWI, by the way. I think a lot of people who go to Temple think that it's an HBCU. It is not. It is not. And although we're PWI, we have a majorette team. It's called the Temple Owlettes. They're really amazing. I'm a part of it. They hold auditions once a semester. Join their team. But yeah, it's really fun. And we get to perform at basketball games and football games. And then sometimes we get to perform at other showcases. If you're coming out of state and you don't know anyone going to Temple or any college in general, and you like want to get to know people before you actually meet them, they have Facebook group chats. Well, they have the Facebook group chat, and then on that group chat they make GroupMes, Snapchat group chats, and I know I met a lot of people through them. And although those group chats are fun, don't have high expectations on them. Like, don't expect those people that you meet in the group chats to be best friends with you forever. Sometimes you will be friends with them, but don't expect everything to be how they were in the group chat when you get to college. You will be meeting so many people because Temple is a really big school, and like your group chat of 30 people, you might not be friends, you may be friends, who knows? But don't expect everything to turn out how it was in that group chat. On Facebook, on Snapchat, however it is. And again with the group chats, whatever it so be, everyone in those group chats are trying to make friends. Keep that in mind, because I know a lot of times when I was in a group chat, someone would say something insulting, someone would just say something weird, like out of the ordinary. We are all just trying to make friends. Do not try to kick people out. We are all just trying to make friends in these group chats. Some people tend to say things that are just odd, out of place, concerning. I know one kid, he got kicked out of our group chat because he threatened people, and it was just weird. But besides the point, please just keep in mind, we're all trying to be friends. Do not be that person who kicks someone out. Please do not be that person who threatens people. Just don't do it. Don't be that kid. So Temple is not a dry campus. There's always something to do, especially on the weekends. There's parties, there's Temple sponsored events, there's other stuff happening in the city. I know on Friday nights, sometimes the main campus board, they have all these events, bingo nights. They have these movies showing in the Temple Reel, the cinema. We have like our own movie theater at Temple, if you didn't know. Game days at Temple are fun. They're really fun, especially football season. So on Saturdays, buses come in front of J&H and Morgan, I think for 3 hours before the game. No, I think actually I don't know the schedule, I forgot. It's been a whole 2 semesters ago, but there's a certain time frame of when buses come. You have to get your tickets before you go to the game. You can't get your tickets at the door, or they'll make you pay. But for basketball season, you can get your tickets at the door. You don't have to get it the day before or anything, because it's at the Lakeshore Center. You can just get it. At basketball games, when our basketball team hits 75 points, you get a free coupon for a taco at Godoba. If you're a freshman student, odds are that you're gonna overpack. Because I know I didn't. A lot of people did. I bought all my clothes from home. I bought all my sneakers, all my boots, all my flats. I bought everything. And I only wore like 5 shoes out of like the 20 I bought. I didn't wear all the clothes I got. So it just ended up being clutter in my closet. So make sure when you start packing, you pack the stuff you really know you're going to use. Because Temple's in Philly, there's so much stuff to do. You could take the SEPTA all the way down to Center City. Center City is huge. There's so many performances you can go to. You can go to so many stores, restaurants. Think of it of like being New York, but like 30 times smaller. It's really nice. It's really pretty. I love going to Center City. I know after class, sometimes I'll just be like, oh, I'm free. I can just go to Center City, and I went shopping. I always went shopping. And if you didn't know what the SEPTA is practically the bus and train service, well, subway service. No, it's a train service too. Yeah, the bus, train, and subway service in Philly. To get on the SEPTA, it's $2.50. So if you were on a trip, it would be like $5 for going and coming back. If you're a dancer like I am, they have dance classes in Center City. You just have to like follow certain Instagram pages, and they have like notices and flyers telling you where they are. Going on the SEPTA or just going out at night in general is safe, as long as you're smart about it. I would go to Center City at night for dance classes sometimes, and I was perfectly fine. So you'll be fine too. Just be smart about it. I just wasn't lingering outside. I went from the subway straight to the place. I was not lingering in the street at night. When it comes to scheduling, please know what your schedule is. Please know what type of person you are. If you schedule all your classes for the morning and you know you are not a morning person, what are you doing? That is not going to work at all. You are going to be tired. You probably will not make it to class. You probably might skip class, and that will affect your grade. So when it comes to scheduling, please know what type of person you are. You can start your classes maybe 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and then end off at 8. Or if you're a morning person, start off at 8, end off at 12, and then have the rest of the day for free. Freshman year, I thought I was a morning person until I had to wake up at 7 o'clock every morning just to get to class. But just think of it like this. On a cold December day, do you want to get out of your bed at 6 o'clock, start getting ready so you can take your test all the way at 8? No, you do not. It's cold. It's freezing. You want to wait later for the day. You want to sleep in more. And if you know you sleep all the way 2, 1 a.m. at night, morning classes are not for you. It is not. When you start scheduling, a lot of people start using Rate My Professor. Rate My Professor is a website where people can search and, well, do research on their professors before they actually take their classes. Now, when you search up your professors, please look for important things. Do not look to find if the professor is funny, he tells good jokes, he makes me happy. That is not important things. You do not need that. If I'm searching a professor, I'm making sure he has a high rating, meaning he was good. I'm making sure people pass the class. I'm making sure he gives extra credit or extra help in like his study hours, office hours. You have to make sure you look at this stuff. For me personally, I do not care if he's funny. I do not care if he's nice. As long as he helps and helps me pass the class, that's perfectly fine. I'm not looking for a buddy. I'm looking for a good professor. When you come to college, kind of try not to make your expectations so high. And what I mean by that is, don't expect everything to happen the way you want it to happen. I know we all watch these shows like Grownish, Neighbors, all these shows like on television, and we see that it's all amazing. Everyone makes friends, everything goes right, everyone's passing their classes. Those TV shows are a false representation of what really happens. No, those shows just write for drama, and it's not really relatable of what really happens. College is a lot of work. It's not just partying all the time like those shows portray. You actually have to work for a goal to graduate and get your degree and learn something. You're practically becoming more of an adult than you are through this entire college process. If you have your expectations impossibly high and none of them are reached or nothing happens, you're just going to be disappointed. So just enjoy the college experience as it is. It's okay if you do not pass every test. I'm not saying, oh, it's okay, just fail your test. No, if you happen to study for a test really hard, you thought you did your best, and then you end up getting like a 60 or something, just brush it off. Don't keep on thinking about it. Just work harder, do better habits, go to office hours, have study sessions with people, keep on doing better. Don't let one grade affect you. I know that when I went to Temple, I had high expectations. I thought I was gonna pass every class with an A, and when I took anatomy, that did not happen. If you were that kid in high school who studied for a test the period before the test was, and you passed, good for you, but that will not work in college. You really have to study. You have to study every day to pass. When you're in college, please just try your best. Just do everything you can to pass. Don't expect things to happen. Don't expect things to be given for you. You have to work for them. College is expensive. You are paying for your education. It's not like, oh, you went to public school, that was free, you passed, whatever. Now you are actually going to a place you have to pay for. You might as well work your butt off so you can get straight A's. Take it seriously, and these classes determine whether you can keep on going in your major or whether you have to switch it. So please pass your classes. When it comes to placement testing, try to test in the highest placement possible. There's nothing wrong because we all have different levels, but if you test in the lower one, that might delay when you could take certain classes. Like I know for some science majors, if you get placed in algebra, then you can't take pre-calc, and then sometimes pre-calc is a prerequisite for like another science course. So keep that in mind with all your prerequisites. And please do not skip class. And like I said, you are paying for this education. Do not skip class. You are technically wasting your money if you do not go to class. Skipping classes just puts you behind on what you should learn, and it puts you behind everyone else, and that just hinders your success in that class, and it's harder to pass. And like I said, if you have 8 a.m.s and you do not want to wake up in the morning, odds are you will be late, or you'll end up saying that you'll skip class. If you're sick, okay, take a day off, but do not skip class just for the hell of it, because you just do not want to go to it. And this specifically goes out for those general education classes, the ones that have nothing to do with your major. You're taking a class, learn something new, just take it. Even if it has nothing to do with what you're learning or something you like, just go to class. There's this one kid in one of my gen ed classes. He went in for the first day of class, and I didn't see him until the last day of class. And then he was upset because he failed the class. Like, what were you expecting? What were you expecting? Don't be that kid. If you're a health major, I just want to say, please pray before you go to every class, because human anatomy was the hardest class I've ever taken in my entire life. That class is no joke. If you took AP chemistry in high school and you thought that was easy or hard, anatomy hasn't hit you yet. That's the hardest thing ever. And I know for human anatomy and some other hard science courses, they have study sessions where the professor can go over and review everything they've learned in the class. It's officially July right now. Start studying your anatomy terms, because you're gonna need it, because I was not expecting anatomy to hit like that. And from me taking anatomy, I realized that the sciences were not for me. I changed my major. And it's okay to change your major if you're not feeling anything, if you're not feeling that type of field you're in currently. It's okay to change, but just keep in mind of the requirements you need for your specific school. So parties, you have your frat parties, you have your house parties, and then you have like the other parties represented by party promoters, and they're huge. But besides the point, I say if you're a party person, then go have the time of your life. But if you're not into the party scene, there, like I said, there's other stuff that the main campus board, or you can just do stuff with your friends or go into the city. But I say if you're not into the party scene, at least try it. You might like going to parties. I say at least try going to a party 6 times. I say that because try each type of party twice. Try a house party twice, try a frat party twice, and try a freaking party promoter party twice. Because the first time you try the party, you might not like it, but then you might like it the second time, because that's what happened with me. So I say just give it a try, and then after that you don't like it, okay, then go ahead, just don't do it. For me, I like house parties and like the parties that are run by promoters. For me personally, I do not like frat parties. I do not like people so close together. If you don't know how frat parties run, it's not like how you see it in Neighbors. People spaced out, people like, oh, 6 feet apart, whatever it is. No, everyone is close together. People are just jumping up and down. You're sweating. It's probably in the basement. It's not for me. I do not like people all up in my vicinity. But if you like that, go ahead. And I personally do not like the music choice. I literally was inside the bathroom once. I heard Drake and Josh playing. Really? We in college and you decided to play Drake and Josh at a party? Oh my God. Other party promoters, they have more music that's more mainstream. I like house parties better because I feel personally that more people talk to each other at those parties. There's this Instagram page called Temple Party Owl. He usually posts parties on their story, or then sometimes party promoters will follow you on Instagram. And for frat parties, unless you know someone who's in that fraternity, then you just, for me personally, me and my friends, we just walked to house because we knew where they were. Temple also has a flight service. So the flight is technically like the school's Uber. You use the Temple app and then you can call a flight, but it only works certain hours, so it might work from like 7 p.m. all the way to 3 a.m. So if you're a party that's off campus and you don't walk home, you can just type up and call the flight. Well, you don't call them, but you just like type it in and they come. And then they take you to your dorm. And it's free. Back to the roommate stuff and housing situation. Please make sure you are clean. Please keep your side tidy because no one wants to have a messy roommate. And it's just common courtesy. You just want to have a nice space. And bringing up, if you're a girl and you're living in a suite or apartment style dorm, please make sure you handle your toilet paper situation with your roommates, because odds are, because you're girls, you will probably be using 4 to 6 toilet rolls a week. Also, make up a schedule of who's cleaning the bathroom, who's doing what, who needs to get supplies, because if you don't, no one's probably going to want to do it, and then you're just going to end up with a bad bathroom, and then you're just going to get angry because everything's not going to be clean, and everyone wants to have a clean room. I know my one friend, one person would always buy toilet tissue, and then everyone else would just watch and not support. So then it got to the point where no one was putting toilet tissue inside her bathroom. So then every time someone would go in there, it would be like, oh, what happened? It got so bad that it got to the point where everyone would bring their toilet tissue to the bathroom and then take it back out with them when they're gone. They would have their own toilet tissue. It literally was like prison. So make sure you stock up on toilet tissue. Have a whole plan advised with your roommates. If you're having a problem with the whole toilet tissue situation, I know J&H, like the bathroom inside the dining hall, and some other places on campus in their bathrooms, sometimes they just leave their toilet rolls like on the counter. And if no one's there, girl, just take it. Just take it. We all do it. We all do it because we're all trying to save money. And if there's a chance for us to not buy toilet tissue when they just have it right there, girl, take it. I've seen a whole stack of toilet rolls inside the thing. It is not stealing. You are just nicely taking what's technically yours. You are paying for this tuition. Technically, you're taking back what's yours. Because if you think about it, they technically bought that toilet rolls based off of the tuition and campus fees that you paid. So technically, you are only taking back what already belonged to you. Overall, just enjoy your college experience. It's only 4 years for some people. You're there to learn, you're there to have an experience, you're there to make friends, you're there to have fun. But keep in mind, you want to graduate at the end and hopefully find a job at the end of the entire experience. But overall, just enjoy college and have a wonderful time at Temple University. If you have any questions, just write them down below or DM me on Instagram. Don't forget to like and subscribe. But I wasn't wrong up in my... But I wasn't wrong.